Thank you for watching our videos. Please add in our WhatsApp group by sending request to WhatsApp number or by clicking on WhatsApp group invitation link provided in description. This will help to share information on new ideas, research topics, vacancies, PhD or research positions, events and guest lecture opportunities including keynotes. And also please support us by subscribing our channel, like our videos and by sharing these videos to your friends. We can make videos on your required topic or research paper. Please comment your requirement in comment section.
Welcome to our electrical research channel. In this video I will present the three-phase inverter like 120 degrees conduction mode and 180 degrees conduction mode and how we will use the inverter and where it can be operated as a rectifier. So you can get the clear difference between 180 degrees conduction mode and 120 degrees conduction mode and what is the rectifier operation and what is the inverter operation. And see, this is the basic circuit for three-phase inverter, and these two legs are for to generate the A phase and these two legs for the B, these two switches for the B phase and these two switches for the C phase. So three legs are there. Each leg consists of two switches and this is the midpoint. So I will tell you what is the use of this midpoint, and without midpoint how we can get it, and with midpoint how we can get it. And this is my DC source. So if you want to regulate the phase voltages, then midpoint is required. If you want to operate the line voltages, then midpoint is not required, because if midpoint is there, then only we can get the phase to ground, line to ground phase voltages we can operate, or we can regulate the phase voltages. If there is no ground, then it cannot be possible. The conduction mode, the current will flow like through and it will come to another switch. So at the same time, maybe these two switches have to be switched on, or either these two switches have to be switched on. Otherwise it cannot be closed loop. If neutral is there, then the current can flow through only one switch and it can come to like ground from this midpoint. So the importance of midpoint I can clearly show you in the MATLAB, but because many peoples are designing the inverter for PV systems or for wind system or for any distribution networks, they won't design like this, and they will face some difficulties while controlling. So this is a basic circuit, and see, this is the same circuit, same three-phase inverter, and this is I rotated. I flip. I rotated this is the now my AC voltage, and this is my DC voltage. So it is clearly showing that both circuits are same thing, but only we are rotating. I wish to say that, see, there is no difference between rectifier and inverter. I know this is the inverter and I know this is the rectifier because I am giving the A phase signal to, A phase source to here. It can be converted like to DC like here. So this is the negative DC voltage I can get it. In four quadrant of DC motor or like four quadrant of operation, we can get the negative voltage. So it can act as a rectifier and it can act as a inverter. But the thing is, many people will teach you that if alpha equal to above 90 degrees, then it will act as a inverter, and below 90 degrees it will act as a rectifier. But it is not exactly same thing, because in rectifier we are talking about firing angle. Alpha equal to 30 means my output DC will come after 30 degrees. So in case of rectifier, if alpha equal to 30 means my output will be generated after 30 degrees. In case of inverter, if my alpha equal to 120 degrees means this is the conduction angle, not firing angle. So up to 120 degrees, if conduction angle is 120 means up to 120 degrees my output will be present. But in case of rectifier, if alpha equal to 120 means after 120 I can get the output. Before 120 it is the 0. 0 means the corresponding switch won't be switched on. But in case of inverter, it is the reverse thing. If alpha equal to 120 means up to 120, maybe 0 to 120 or maybe 30 to 150, it will conduct. So this is the called as a conduction angle, and in rectifier it is called as a firing angle. But actually we are humans and we know this is the inverter and this is the rectifier. But the circuits or the devices doesn't know whether it is as a rectifier or it is as an inverter. We cannot say that like I placed it on table. I mean one inverter I placed on the table like in this direction. So I can say that this is the inverter. If I will rotate, if I will flip the circuit, then we cannot say that it will act as a rectifier. And the circuit also doesn't know in which direction, maybe in this direction or maybe in this direction it is placed. So the thing is how we are operating the switches, the corresponding switches. If you are operating this switch to generate from DC to AC, then it is called as a inverter. If this switch is correspond like, see, the direction is upwards, because the switches will switch on in only one direction. It won't the yellow in this direction current, but here this is not a source. Actually this is the maybe braking condition of DC motor. So regenerative braking, we can say that the DC power is converted to AC power, but the current direction is the same. And we are taking the DC as the output. The better option is, see, up after after 90 degrees, maybe 120 degrees, 3 root 3 Vm by pi cos alpha equal to my rectifier output. So alpha equal to above 90 degrees means I can get the negative DC, not inverter, negative DC, because 120 degrees means after 120 degrees means from 0 to 120 my output is 0 for corresponding switch or corresponding phase. After 120 volt I can get the output. If it is inductive load, inductor can charge and inductor can discharge, but current is in the same direction. So still that is the rectifier. In rectifier also I can manage the alpha from 0 to 180 degrees in rectifier also, but don't think that above alpha equal to alpha equal to above 90 it will act as an inverter. Don't think like that. Alpha equal to above 90 means maybe 120 or 180. If it is conduction angle, then only it will be a inverter. So this is the basic difference between these two circuits, the inverter and rectifier. Don't confuse at these two circuits, and don't say that both are the alpha. Some people will say that this is the firing angle at alpha and this is 180 minus alpha, maybe or 90 plus alpha, or maybe 90 minus alpha. It depends on their choice. But the thing is, it is not alpha, it is the conduction angle. The difference is conduction angle and firing angle differentiation is there. Firing angle means after that firing angle only I can get the output. Conduction angle means still that angle I can get the output, means up to that time period that switch can be in conduction mode. That is the conduction angle. So actually here source is AC, I mean DC, source is DC. So there is no natural commutation. So the switches which are I am using, it have to be like having the facility to switch off when I remove the pulses, such like MOSFETs or IGBTs or GTOs. Those switches are required to design the my inverter. In case of inductive load, it can be discharged through these diodes. See, diodes are there in upward, so these diodes can discharge. So these type of configurations will be used in PV system based power system models, and wind based like or fax devices also. This type of switches we are, this type of configuration we are using. And here the two capacitors are connected in series, and this is the midpoint. This VDC by 2 will be charged at here and VDC by 2 will be charged at here. So whenever I am getting the phase voltages, I can get output as VDC by 2 positive and VDC by 2 negative. Whenever I am getting the line voltages, it is like root 3 times or like stepwise. In case of root 3 or root 2, those will come in sinusoidal, pure sinusoidal, but it is square wave type sine wave inverter I am presenting. I am not considering any PWM cases. In another videos, in my next videos, I will present the PWM pulses for the inverter and closed loop control of the inverter. So, and the main thing is the same inverter can regulate the DC link voltage also. So it can be used as a single stage PV system connected to grid, and in DSTATCOM or in active power filter also we can manage, and reactive power compensation also can manage. Basically the DC cannot generate any reactive power or any supply to any reactive power, but this circuit can compensate the reactive power. not generation, compensate. That is the D statcom and many things. So now I will tell you how we can design this inverter and how we can give the pulses to this inverter in 180 degrees and 120 degrees, and similarly in with neutral and without neutral. I will make it the neutral connection in this DC side, but I won't make it neutral connection in AC side, and then you can get the different kind of voltages. If you are using the neutral here, then we can get the another wave, because if there is a neutral on AC side, so power the switch is switching on, so the current is flowing through this phase, and it should come in any one of these two switches for the return path. If there is no ground in AC side, if ground is in AC side, then this switch can be directly connected to this phase, and this phase to this ground. So directly VDC by 2 I can get it in phase voltage. But in case of no neutral in or no ground in AC side, then things will be the difference. Those waveforms or those responses we can clearly see in the I mean in MATLAB. So this is my MATLAB model. This is the basic circuit of inverter, and this is the DC source. Here I am applying the 300 volts, and this is the very small resistance which is connected in series, and these are two capacitors, and this is the midpoint with neutral or ground. See, these are 6 switches, and basically these are the pulses which I am giving. And now I will connect the R load or RL load, like R load with 10 ohms. See, the load we can connect in star or delta. So for timingly I will connect as a star. So three RL circuits are required, or R circuits. So these 3 I am connected here. This is now my neutral point. This is the neutral point, and this is the A phase. So I connected to A, and this is the B phase. I connected to B, and this is the C phase, connected to C. C. So A, B, C, and balanced resistive load. Now I am giving the pulses as 180 degrees conduction mode. So this is the one, and this is the 20 e to the power of minus 3 means 50 Hz, 1 by 50, and pulse width is 50 and phase delay is 0. Pulse width is 50 means 0 to 180 degrees. 100% means 0 to 360 degrees. So 0 to 180 degrees pulses are there. So whenever pulse is presented, it will connect, the switch will be connected. So for this switch and this switch, 180 degrees conduction mode, 180 degrees phase shift is required. So I given the same 20 milliseconds and 50% duty cycle, and my phase delay is 0.01, I mean 10 milliseconds, because after 180 degrees only the pulse have to be given. And for this pulse and this pulse, 120 degrees phase shift is there. See, 120 degrees phase shift I am giving. For 180 degrees, I mean 120 by 180 into 0.02, because the phase delay is asking in seconds. So for this one and this one, again 180 degrees shift is there. So 180 degrees I added, 0.01 I added, and for this to this 240 or 120. See, 240 difference is there, and I added again 0.01. So this is the 180 degrees conduction mode. See, timingly I am not connected any neutral or any ground here. So let us see what will get the output. Timingly I will remove this one. See, I will remove this. See, this is the phase voltage. But see, once the switch is on, the current is flowing like in this direction. So through this switch and this output, see, after the resistance, I mean after the end of this resistance, the current have to be go either in this direction or either through this resistance from this switch. So anytime two switches in lower time have to be on, or any one of the switch have to be on. So because there is no ground path here, so one switch is I mean for current flowing for one switch, and it is reaching from another switch to negative path. So here there is no ground, so my output will be like VDC. See, actually not VDC sometime, because these two switches will be simultaneously switched on. See, this is my output. I will make it infinite. See, see, I am getting this kind of output, because see, 200 volts I am getting. The peak is 200 volts, and up to 100, one step, and after that one step. See, because there is no ground here, I am not connected any ground. If you are connected ground, then this ground and this ground will be indirectly connected. So whenever the switch is on, there is no need of switch on the another switch. So the current will be flow through this switch and resistance and ground from this. So this capacitor will come into the picture, and whatever the voltage across capacitor will be my output. In that case, I applied the 300, so 150 I can get it in positive and 150 I can get it in negative. But here it is not 150. See, up to 200 I am getting. So now I will make the line voltages. See, this is one line and this is another line. So now see, what will be the line voltage. Line voltages will be up to 300. See, so up to 300 I am getting. This is because of 180 degrees conduction mode. So the delay is coming in the line voltages, not in phase voltages. So phase voltage is starting from directly. I mean, it is not, it is directly connected, but up to 200 volts only I am getting. But actually this is not correct way. We have to provide the neutral path. So once I provided the neutral path here, so indirectly these two points are connected. So this, whenever this switch is on, there is no need of switch on the another switches in negative for negative path. So in this case, see, this is my output. See, the phase voltage exactly I am getting from 0 to 150. The phase voltage I am getting for 180 degrees conduction mode. And this is my line voltage. Line voltage is same. In the previous one and this one will be the same, because in previous also I am getting the line voltages, but neutral point is very important. Many peoples will connect only the inverter without neutral, so you cannot regulate the voltage as per your requirement of phase voltages, because at that time we cannot get the phase voltages of, I mean the phase voltage is not only depends on this switch, it will be depends on this either this and this, or either this and this. So this is the thing for star connected. So this is for actually for 180 degrees conduction mode. See, like that I will connect. See, for 120 degrees conduction mode, so from 30 degrees to 150 degrees, 30 to 150 is the 120 degrees conduction mode. So 0 to 30 degrees delay is required for A phase. So I will connect. So 180 degrees means 100%. 50% means 180 degrees, as we are already discussed. So here I made it 50% because of 180 degrees. So I will calculate for 120 degrees conduction mode. So this is the 50 actually. This 50 I have to change it now. So for 50% means 180 degrees, so I can calculate up to 120 degrees. So 120 by 180 into 50%. Either 33.33% have to be applied for my pulse width, or else See, 100% means 360 degrees. So 100 by 360 into 120. So this is also 33. So I will make it 33.33 here. And the phase delay. Phase delay is 30 degrees phase delay is required because 120 degrees conduction mode means for symmetrical 0 to 30 degrees no pulses. From 30 to 150 pulse will be there. So it is called as a 120 degrees conduction mode, and 150 to 180 again 0. So I will calculate how much delay is required. Like see, 20 milliseconds, 20 e to the power of minus 3 is for 360 degrees. So for 30 by 360 into 0.02. So 0.00166. That means 0.00167 is my delay, and 33.33 is my width. This is for 120 degrees conduction mode. So before that I am not running. Before that, see, this is whatever we are calling as a phase voltages. This is the line voltage. I will show once line voltage. See, this is the line voltages. So up to 300 I am getting for star and ground. So now this is I applied for 120 degrees, and this is for, see, 33.33 and 0.00167. I have to add it. So this is also like 33.33 and plus 0.00167. This is 167. So 33.33 plus 0.00167. Same 33.33, 0.00167. (33.33%) plus 0.00167. This 33.33% because of for 120 degrees conduction mode. I mean, pulse will be presented for 120 degrees of conduction. It is starting from 30 to 150, and this 0.00167 is the 30 degrees delay. Now I will again run. See, this is the 120 degrees conduction mode. Previously it is coming from 0 to directly 150 volts from starting to directly square wave. Now it is coming some delay because 30 degrees delay I given, and this is my line voltages. See, the steps are coming, but up to 300 is coming. So this is the basically the inverter. Now simple thing, if I want to regulate the phase voltages, you have to provide the ground point. If you are connected the ground point over in DC side, if you are not connected ground point in AC side, you cannot get the exact output. It is depends on many factors. So whenever the distribution system is coming, you have to regulate like this in network, in distribution network, because in most of the distribution loads are single phase loads. So if you are connected in like PV based system or wind based system or D-Statcom type, you have to connect like ground system. And I am not using any filter over here, and this is the simple pulse generator. I am not providing any pulse width. So in my next video I will show you how to give the PWM technique and how to use the closed loop control. I mean, I want, if 150 volts I want, then I can get up to 150. 200 volts I want, I can get the 200 volts if sufficient DC source is required. So this we can get in the next video.